Live. I'm trying to get it up over here so I can see my peeps.
We are
I
live.
see you, Miss Edmond.
What's
What's up?
going
What's
on?
up? Hey, family. Hey,
What's
Miss
up?
Pat Lynn. How are you?
What's up, Adrian?
Making Molly moves. Hey, girl.
So tonight is a special night because tonight
Up
it is up.
every time.
So tonight is a special night. We are
Hey,
launching
Arcita.
our first podcast. So we're doing it in simulcast where we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. She's going to be going live on her Facebook, but we're actually recording right now for our first podcast, episode one, June 25th, 2018. So once we get this uploaded and I figure out what the heck I'm doing, we're going to share this to everybody so that you can share it and give people an opportunity to hear the message and everything like that. So, prayers up, fingers crossed. We're gonna
Hey,
be
hey,
getting it
hey,
on
hey.
what is it, iHeartRadio? The iHeartRadio
Yeah.
stuff. That's what we're trying to do. So y'all just bear with us as we work out the kinks and everything. So check this out though. Watch this. What? What? Y'all hear the claps? We got a live studio audience in this piece. You know what I'm saying? So, first of all, I just want to tell everybody thank you for joining in. The love you guys have been showing us has been amazing, and you guys being consistent on Marriage Mondays with us. And we appreciate it more than you know. We've been in some conversations with some people and got some fun stuff hopefully coming soon. So we just ask you guys to keep staying with us and supporting and sharing and just showing the love.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. And what my husband has neglected to do is to introduce us.
I didn't.
I am Jamie.
Cause you usually do it, so I done got
But you,
used
you
to
said something last week when I did it.
it. So yeah, marriage is real.
What
Episode
is your
one.
name?
Oh, you still ain't introduced me.
I am Jamie, and you are.
I am Jamie's husband,
Yes, he is.
better known as Damien 3000, Damien Three Stacks. So what's going on, Brandy? Thank you for joining us. Oh, let's give our shouts out real quick. Miss Edmond,
Hey, hey.
Pat Lynn, Ursita,
Hey,
Molly
y'all. Making my move.
Moves.
I have already done this, but
Oh, okay. Well, thank
whatever.
y'all for joining once yet again. Made for Marriage, what's going on? Thank you for joining
Hey,
us.
y'all. Welcome
Made for
back.
Marriage. We are starting our podcast tonight, so we're gonna work it out and see how it go. I'm looking like I just came out the bush, but out the
Caveman.
cave, but it's all
Cave. He
good.
looking
Can't nobody see it on the
burly.
podcast, but it's all good. So we're gonna get started here in just a
And
second.
another shout out to
Yes,
Married Life
Married Life
Clothing.
Clothing. So if
These
y'all are
are
looking
things that
for
they
some,
sent us.
yeah,
So we got to rip, you know, pop a
rep
little,
for put on for the
pop a little
city for
collar.
Jackson. And thank you guys so much for sending us the love.
Now this one
Um,
says Married Life.
married life.
And then it has some other stuff
It
with
got a
it.
heartbeat
Hold on,
like
try
you
again.
like you be boom boom boom
Yeah, I see
boom.
this one. Married Life. What does it say? I can't.
Love, loyalty, respect.
Hey, Vanna White.
Yeah.
Y'all see that Vanna White? Okay. I'm trying to share this on my page.
Yeah. So another person I want to shout out is this is on Instagram. No, before I say that, yeah, Married Life Clothing. Y'all go check out their gear. We had some people reach out to us this past weekend asking about the shirts and stuff. So you guys go show some love, show support to them. Um, I spoke with a young lady today that is her IG page is Relate with MEUK. I don't know if that's Meuk or Miuk, but I talked to her earlier today. She's got a book called, it's at the website godsloveby ng.com. You can find it on Amazon. And she also has a radio show on Radio 31 every Wednesday at 8 p.m. So you guys go check her out.
Yes,
She
sir.
does relationship stuff. She's wrote a book. Y'all show her some love. Go follow her. We'd appreciate that greatly so they can see how MIR get down for the 99 to the 2000.
Oh.
So can we get some shares and likes? Divine Purpose for Marriage. Thank y'all for joining us. Where are you guys joining us from? We appreciate y'all jumping on with us for a little bit. Where y'all from? If y'all wouldn't mind giving us some hearts and some likes and sharing the page and the topic, we're going to be talking about dominance in marriage tonight. And what else besides dominance?
Dominance.
And what else?
And dominance. We ain't talking about nothing else.
Yes, we are.
We are? I thought we just said we was gonna just do one.
No.
Oh.
We'll see. Well, the main St. Louis, Missouri, Missouri. Yeah, so Missouri. We're gonna be talking about dominance in Missouri tonight. Thank y'all for joining us. Shares, likes. Okay, so I just told about the topic. So let's get into it unless you got something you want to say, love.
Let's get it.
Okay. So as always, we always try to shout out and talk about the people that inspire us and give us insight into what we talk about. Because like they say, there's nothing. Married for Marriage out of Shreveport. What's going on? Thank y'all for joining us.
Made for Marriage.
What'd I say?
Made for Marriage. You said Marriage for Marriage.
I said Marriage for Marriage. My bad. Made for Marriage out of Shreveport. What's going on? Y'all got that good food in the booth. I need to come down there. It's not too far from Longview.
Oh, Lord.
Straight out of Longview.
Oh, Lord.
A young brother named Eastwood.
Why did I share with me?
It just shared on mine.
It popped up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we, there, like they say, there's nothing new under the sun.
Hey, Brandy, Philip, Chappelle, thank you so much. Oh, see. I didn't pay attention. But I want to say a personal hi to Brandy because I've been seeing you check out our stuff.
Yeah, she joined us
lately. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
She hit us up on Instagram today.
I feel like my chair
we be
is
watching.
Too far away.
Don't think we ain't watching and seeing what's going on.
Maybe help me push my chair up.
Oh.
I feel like push it. Oh, there we go.
More?
No.
Okay.
Okay, good. I feel like I was way away. Like, my arms ain't that long.
Or your legs. Her feet dangling like this under this table.
Of course they are.
Because our table sit up high. Okay, so like I said, for the 30th time, there's nothing new under the sun. What you looking at?
Oh, I see a counter. I was just trying to see the counter so we'll know.
Oh, okay.
The wrap-up time.
There's nothing new under the sun. And so Marriage Today always provides great insight and content about marriage. And so that is where we got a lot of information from this week. And so big deal in marriage is dominance. Dominance is defined as ruling, governing, or controlling, having or exerting authority or influence. If you think about those words in an everyday type of situation, what does it mean to be dominated? Like if you playing sports or something like that, you want to be dominant. You want your rival or your team that you're facing to be dominated. You want to be cutthroat. You want to be, especially if you're wrestling, you want to dominate as a wrestler. See, back in the day, my favorite wrestler, back when it was WWF, not WWE, was the Ultimate Warrior. Okay. I know I'm showing my age right now, but I don't care. Ultimate Warrior used to be a beast.
I don't know.
And back, you don't know.
I was too young to know.
So I actually got his autograph a long time ago. But the Ultimate Warrior was a dominant force in the WWF.
Okay.
So he would go around and people were intimidated just by the way that he looked because like his arms were like this big. Like this big. Yeah, he had really big arms. I mean, he was just yoked. That cat was yoked for real. And so, but that's not a good thing. That's not a good look for being married. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
What Brandy say? I just started watching you guys last week.
Went all the way back to the beginning. Great stuff.
Oh, thank you so much, Brandy.
Hey, shout out. Virtual high five. I appreciate you, girl.
But, dominance in a marriage, that's not a good look. You don't want to dominate somebody.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to be dominated because ultimately marriage is a partnership.
And that being said, it could be a man, the man or the woman could be the
Right.
dominating or the dominatrix or the dom
Uh-oh. That
the
means something else.
dominating party in the relationship. There has to be and there needs to be equality. Like no one person is greater than the other person. So
Okay,
Ron,
keep going. I'm
I was
checking
I was
something real
I was
quick.
adding to your comment because I thought you was in it. Somebody said right. So basically you just want to make sure that in marriage there has to be humility. Your character has to reflect some sort of humility so that there can be an equality. There shouldn't be one person who makes all the decisions and whatever I say go. And hey,
Hey, Yashika,
Yashika,
what's
what's
going
up,
on?
girl? Welcome back. And yay, I'm so happy for you. And so, but there has to be, hey, Kanice, hey, Tiffany, hey, y'all,
What's
thank
going
y'all for
on?
joining. But yeah, there has to be equality. There can't be one person who is dominating the relationship because that's not the way that it was intended. A lot of times when you come from a dominating household, there was one person in the marriage. All right, you. I know you are. If there was one person in the marriage that was more, or in the family, not even sometimes being married, but in a household where there was one person who was more dominating than the other person, then you pick up negative, very negative characteristics and you bring them into your marriage. And sometimes you may not even be the dominating one. You may be the dominated one because that's what you saw. So you just got to be mindful that you are in some way trying to cultivate the equality in the relationship, that there's harmony, that he don't make all the decisions, she don't make all the decisions. I mean, I know you're gonna set your parameters and set your boundaries based on how you guys are gonna do things, but there should be no not that it should be that not one person is not the only one making all the decisions for the relationship, if that makes sense.
And I think the one of the most important keys to that is knowing where dominance comes from.
Mm-hmm.
You don't um, just not learn domination. It's I mean, you do learn domination, but it's something that you get from your childhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like if you,
Anitra.
hey, Nitra, if you had a dominant mother, let's say you grew up in a family with a single mom that had to be strong and she had to hold it down for just her, and the kids, she may have been a dominant woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Or you could have grown up in a situation where you had a dominant father. Like
Right.
your father was like, I bring home the bacon, and then I'm done for the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's my way or the highway. There's no
In between.
in between. Can't change from the script. This is the way that we do it. He always call it at the same time, don't he?
Yeah.
There's no any other way but my way.
Right.
And in generations past, that was pretty much the narrative. Wouldn't you
Right.
agree?
Absolutely.
That the
Absolutely.
that
That the man was the dominating one.
right.
But I'll say this too. Some people are dominated because of a lack of
Hey,
um
Erica.
there's like I hate to say it like this, but there's
Eric.
like a laziness about you, not wanting to an emotional
There you go.
lack of trying to there's a word that I'm looking for, like y'all bear with me, but for instance, for him and I, it got to a
Hey,
point
Fallon.
it gets to a point to where somebody does something for so long, you just be like, oh well, that's just how they are. And instead of you standing up for yourself and letting them know you don't like it, even though you don't, you just let them continue to be that way. And it's not healthy for you or them because they need to be helped as well. Because if you're a dominating person, that's just not a good look, any period. And sometimes there are people that are very dominating in their relationship, in their personal relationships, but then outside of that, they're not like that, but it's with you. And so I will say this: sometimes you are as couples or as people, we have a tendency to like attracts like, if you will. So
Hey, Crystal.
you may think that you know you're healthy individual and that everything is, copacetic and everything is cool. And I know I'm looking for this person because I'm good. I got it.